Hi, welcome to a Y workout. My name is Lisa and I'll be your instructor today. Today we'll be doing a Pilates workout. We'll be doing a little bit of a circuit through this Pilates workout where we will do 2 movements and we will circuit through them a couple of times, and then we'll learn 2 new movements and we will have 3 different sets of those. So before we start, let's make sure you have a mat, a small pillow or a towel that can be rolled up. We'll use that for resistance. We also use it for our head placement. And make sure you have some space that's open around you. So let's sit up nice and tall to begin. And we're just going to start with some simple breathing exercises. Now in Pilates, we breathe in through the nose and we exhale through the mouth. And because we're activating into our abdominal muscles, we're going to really feel that we're breathing out to the sides, out to our rib cages. So let's relax the shoulders, get into a nice comfortable seated position, and let's focus on our breathing. So as we breathe in through the nose, feel that you're expanding out to the sides through the ribs, and then blow it out through the mouth, exhaling and bringing that rib cage into the center. Breathe in, watching that these shoulders stay down and that you feel wide through that inhale. And then exhale, as you breathe out, that rib cage comes in and you activate a little bit deeper into those abdominal muscles. Again, breathe in to open up to that wideness. And then exhale into that activation and into that release. Now, as we take these shoulders, I want you to just drop the arms beside you. Take the sides of those shoulders out to those side walls, open up through the chest, and let's elevate them. So we're going to breathe in through the nose as we elevate those shoulders up. And then as we exhale, feel the shoulder blades slide down into your back pocket and release into that depression. Inhale into elevation. Exhale and just slide them down. Create lots of space between the ears and the shoulders and relax. One more time. Breathe in, really squeeze them up, creating a short distance. And then that exhale lengthens through between the ears and the shoulders and holds them there. And then find a nice neutral position of those shoulders, still creating that big space between the ears and the shoulders. Let's take the arms out front as if we're holding an imaginary beach ball. Now, keeping those shoulders down, we're going to protract and retract the shoulder blades. So now we're going to breathe in. We're going to really round out. We're taking the shoulder blades and we're pulling them apart from the spine. So breathe in and then exhale. You're going to take those shoulder blades and squeeze them together. You're trying to pinch them right in towards that spine. Breathe in to protract and then exhale to squeeze, still sitting up nice and tall, shoulders down. Again, breathe in to widen through that rib cage and open them up, and then exhale to squeeze. Let's do it one more time. Breathe in, really pull them apart, and then exhale. There's your squeeze, sitting up nice and tall, and then relax. Good. So we've kind of relaxed the shoulders, got them activated. Let's turn now and roll down into our laying position and do some pelvic tilts. So right now we have a nice neutral spine. I've got a natural curvature to my spine. My feet are hip distance apart, knees are bent, nice and wide across the shoulder blades. Now, to really secure and support that lower back, we're just going to slide the tailbone just a little bit to lengthen the spine along the mat. We're not activating into the glutes. We're just kind of sliding, making it a soft length so that that supports when we're doing these exercises, especially when our legs are up in the air and holding us strong through our abdominals. Okay? Now, let's try a couple with some breaths. So let's breathe in and exhale. Just think of sliding or lengthening the spine down into the mat and holding it there. So we've activated those abs, we've tuck the tailbone under. We're going to breathe in there, and then we're going to exhale back into our natural curvature or our neutral position. Let's breathe in again. Let's exhale. Think of sliding. Engage those deep abdominal muscles as you lengthen. Try to keep the bottoms nice and relaxed, and hold there. Breathe in. Let's exhale. Let's release it and bring it back to neutral. Now, to get the spine to kind of release, especially if you have some tight areas, let's use our towel or our pillow to add some resistance to those inner thighs. So placing it in between those legs, we're going to do some shoulder bridge positions, which is a great exercise for getting some mobility through the spine. So we're going to breathe in through the nose. We're going to exhale. You're just going to slide the tailbone and then peel it off so that we're lifting it up, getting that nice length between the ribs right to the tops of the knees, kind of shooting the thighs over those toes. Holding it there, squeezing those inner thighs. Breathe in and then exhale. Now take your time when you roll down the spine. Envision that it's like a string of pearls, one vertebrae at a time, or one pearl rolls down and lengthens, keeping the tailbone down to the very end, and then release back to neutral. Breathe in, exhale, peel it off, lengthen. That's it, really opening up through the chest, widen through the collarbone. Hold it there as you squeeze those inner thighs. Breathe in, exhale, one vertebra at a time, rolling it down, spacing it out so that you can get into the small of the back first before the tailbone, and then release it back to neutral. Let's do it one more time. Breathe in, exhale, peeling it off, lengthening it, squeezing it, holding it nice and strong, and then breathe in here and exhale. If you know there's a tight area coming up, slow down to roll through. You may need to take an extra breath or two just to be able to try to release it, keeping the tailbone up to the very end, and then relax it there. Good. Now you can place that pillow or towel behind your head. That way you're in a nice alignment between the ear, the shoulder, and keeping that spine nice and neutral. Now, a lot of times when we do a curl up or an ab crunch, we find that we use our neck muscles. So what we've got to do is we've got to find that head position that we can be in where we're taking away any stress into the neck. So here's your little handy dandy thing to use. Thumb, first finger, and second finger goes in like this. The outside of the thumb falls right onto that vertebra here, chest, and hold, and you just put your chin into the little nook that's between the first finger and the second finger. So you just hold it there, and that's the angle that we want. We want to stretch out the back of the neck. We want to have that little chin tuck, as we'll call it, so that when we curl up, our vision is right to the tops of the knees. We can either, and we'll show some modifications, we can either have our hands back here just for that support, or we can have, this is a little bit more advanced, if you find that you're not using any neck muscles to hold yourself up. Just keeping that eye line just above the knees and holding there. All right? So that'll be our head nod position. Thumb, first finger, second finger, just place the chin in that little nook there, and then that's it. And we'll slide and curl up. Good. Now, when we're doing that curl up or that ab prep position, the rib cage and the hips, those 2 points will slide together. We will press the rib cage down towards the hips. We're not trying to jump over top of them and create roundness. We're trying to engage those abdominals by pressing the rib cage into the hips, tailbone heavy, so that we are squeezing all the air out of them to engage them. And then we will release. Now I will use a term called slides. And slides are just, once we've got the rib cage pressed towards those hips, we will slide the rib cage back a little, and then as we breathe out again, we will slide the rib cage in. So they're kind of like little pulses, but we're really getting time to activate and to be able to press out and engage a little deeper to that movement. Okay? So our first two movements, as I mentioned before, we're going to do a circuit. Two movements. We're going to do an ab prep and we're going to do a bicycle. So let's learn these two movements and then we will put them together for a little bit of a circuit movement. So you have some options. You can have the hands behind the head. You can have the arms beside you. We're going to tuck the chin. We're going to breathe in. We're going to exhale. We're going to curl up. Now, curling up is that slide of the ribs towards the hips. Make this area flat. Engage those abdominals. We have 3 slides with them. So we go breathe in, exhale, 2, 3, and down. And then exhale, 1, 2, 3, and roll back. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, down. All right, so that'll be our ab prep with slides. We will do 8 of those with those 3 slides, and then we'll go into bicycle. Now, bicycle, we'll just review that before we start, is we'll bring these legs up into what we call a tabletop position. Just make sure these knees are right over top of hips, ankle, knee, hip, 90-degree angle. As we curl up, we're still looking at the tops of those knees. Elbows are wide because now we're going to take the opposite rib, slide it across the body into the opposite hip. So we breathe in, we exhale, we rotate. We keep heavy in the tailbone, sliding this rib over to that hip. Extend that leg as low as it can go without compromising the lower back. So hold those abdominals nice and tight. This leg stays exactly 90 degrees, holding there, elbows nice and wide. Then we'll breathe in back. We will exhale, rotate to the other side, keeping yourself in that nice neutral position, tailbone heavy, not rocking and rolling with it. And then breathe in. So remember, exhale is always on a reach or a squeeze where you need that extra power to hold yourself stable. And your eye line just looks to the outside of that bent knee. And then bring it back and then down. So our movement will be, our little circuit will be ab crunch or ab prep with 3 pulses. We'll do 8 of those. And then we'll go right into our bicycle where we'll do 8 and we'll alternate each side. All right? So take a nice big deep breath. Give me a little bit of a stretch above you because we've got a little bit of work to do without a break. So make sure you're nice and relaxed and ready to go. All right. So let's do our ab prep. Let's tuck the chin. Let's breathe in. Let's exhale. We go 1, 2, 3, and release. Go 1, 2, 3, release. Good. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3. Tailbone heavy. Exhale. There's 4. Exhale. Good. 5. Here's number 6. Number 7. Number 8. Good. Legs up. Here we go. Breathe in. Exhale. Rotate. Inhale back. Exhale. Elbows wide. Rotate. Squeeze. And in. Breathe and reach. And in. Number 3. Pause as you activate. And reach. Good. Exhale. Opposite rib slides over to that hip. And in. Reach. There's 4. 4 more on each side. Go low as you can with that extended leg. Keep that other leg very still. Exhale. Number 6. And in. In. Number 7. Pause so you can really squeeze it. And in. 1 more each side. In. And last one. Reach it. In. And then down. And extend. Good. So the first little circuit is done. Let's roll ourselves up and let's go into the next 2 movements. So the next 2 movements are going to start in this more upright position. Feet are hip distance apart. And we're going to think of your spine as being sitting down here, and here's your head up here. We're going to take the bottom third of your spine and round it out and make a C curve, and keeping the rest of the spine nice and neutral. So remember, we want to pull those shoulder blades back. We want to draw the shoulders, create that distance between the ears and the shoulders. We want to breathe in. We want to exhale. Bottom third only. Curls out so that we drive those abdominals right into the spine, and we hold there. But the rest of the upper body is in neutral, and we're holding. So we're going to use the first movement, and we're just going to open and then exhale. Shh. We're going to breathe in, and then we're going to exhale. Shh. And we're just going to hold that C curve as we open and close. You can tell that when opening, it's a little more challenging, and then you can exhale it just to hold it and deepen that squeeze. So then from there, what we're going to do is we're going to do a rotational one, just like the bicycle, but now we're more in an upright position. Fingertips at your temples. We'll breathe in. We'll exhale. We'll rotate. Opposite rib, opposite hip, squeezes, and then bring in. Exhale. Shh. So for the entire exercise, you're keeping that nice C curve to the lower back. So you really got to use those abdominals and try to relax that upper body so that you're not taking that tension and creating more work for yourself. Okay, so get yourself into a little bit of a release. We're going to do 8 of those. We'll do 8 open and close. We'll do 8 with that rotation, just like we did when we were laying down, but now we're in this upright position. So sitting up tall, get me that neutral position, abdominals pulled in, breathe in, exhale, bottom third, cave it out, make that C curve. So we're gonna breathe in, we can open, exhale, shh, breathe in, the rib cage should open with that breath, exhale, shh, breathe in to open, exhale, shh, lengthen, open up those arms, exhale, there's 4 of them, breathe in, exhale, curl that lower back, exhale, inhale, that's it, exhale, inhale, open, shh, 3 more, breathe in, exhale, shh, 2 more, pause, exhale, shh, 1 more, breathe in, exhale, shh, right away, fingertips at your temples, breathe in, exhale, rotate and squeeze, inhale back, exhale, rotate, shh, inhale back, rotate, opposite rib to opposite hip, press it down, inhale back, exhale, shh, shoulders relaxed, inhale, exhale, shh, inhale back, reach, inhale back, beautiful, exhale, shh, inhale back, there's halfway as we squeeze, inhale back, exhale, press, keep those hips square, inhale back, equal weight, exhale, shh, 3 more each side, exhale, shh, inhale back, lengthen, squeeze, elbows stay out of your sight, exhale, reach, inhale back, that's it, you got 1 more on each side right now, ready, exhale, shh, use that breath, inhale back, exhale, rotate, shh, inhale back, and then roll forward. Beautiful work, thank you, good. Let's roll ourselves down. Let's take a nice full body stretch. And let's talk about the next 2 exercises that we're going to put together. So we're going to be in this lengthened position along the mat, except now we're going to take the legs up into what we call a scissor position. So scissors, legs will be up, and depending on the flexibility and the movement in your hamstrings, you may need to bend the knees slightly, or you can keep them straight. It's just that I want them right over top of your hips in that 90-degree angle from your body. So in scissors, what we're going to do is we're going to work on extending one leg and keeping the other leg very still. So we're going to get two little pulses, shh, shh, and then inhale up. So it is a 3 count, but it's a 1, 2, 3, pull it up. So the idea is when you're holding this leg, try not to pull towards you, try to just lightly touch it and kind of guide it up into that length away from you and into that L position of the legs. So we're going to hold that upright position. If any time those necks or upper back start to bother you, you can always place your head down and still do the legs to get that movement. So we'll alternate those legs. Once again, it's a 3 count. It's a 1, 2, 3, lengthen up. Now for the other one, the exercise that we'll put with it in a little circuit is we'll add a little bit of rotation to it. So what we'll do is we'll come up to center. We will kind of slice the baby toe. We'll take the baby finger to the baby toe of the opposite leg. As that leg comes down, then we'll bring it up. We'll slice into that opposite side and come up. Okay? So maybe you needed a little bit of a massage for that lower back right now, just thinking about what's going to happen, but just try to loosen yourself up for this next little circuit. So 8 movements on each of those 2 exercises, and that'll be our circuit. Okay, so let's get you into that position. Let's get these legs up. Once again, just make sure that they're at 90 degrees. Let's take the hands behind the head. Let's tuck the chin. Remember, create that little nook and then look right at those knees. Now you can hold it here or you can hold onto that one leg. And then we'll just drop in 1, 2, 3, lengthen up, keeping that nice curl, reaching both legs away from each other and up. Beautiful. Exhale, shh, 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 and up, shh, 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 and up. Halfway, reaching, 2, 3, and up. Remember, you can always place those hands behind the head if that's a little bit more comfortable, keeping that nice curl. Shh, 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 and up. Exhale, shh, 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 up. Lengthen, 2, 3, and up. Shh, 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 up. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, up. Lengthen away, 2, 3, one more time on each side, keeping that nice curl, abs in nice and tight, and reach. Last one, shh, 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 and up. Right into the scissors with the toes. Ready? Breathe in, exhale, shh, inhale up. Slicing into those toes, shh, and up. Rotate, rib to opposite hip, and up. Keeping those legs strong, and up. There's 2 each side. Shh. And in. Exhale. 3 of each. Shh. And up. 4. Shh. Shh. That's halfway. Exhale. Shh. And up. Keep that nice curl. Abs in nice and strong. Exhale, shh. Exhale, shh. 2 more on each side. Shh. And reach. Keep those legs strong. Shh. 1 more each side. Shh. And shh. Inhale up. Bring those knees in and give them a little curl or a little roll through that lower back. You can bring the head down, take a nice couple of deep breaths, and then rolling in the opposite direction just kind of unwinds it a little bit. That's it. And then release it. Let's place both arms, both legs into that full body stretch. Taking some nice deep breaths in and out. That's it. Really opening up and then blowing out, and then release. Good. So before we finish today, we're going to do a couple of roll-ups. And what we're going to do here is we're going to lengthen those legs along the mat. Feet are in that flex position, and place as much of the leg as you can down into that mat and that floor to reach. We're going to come up and over. So this one is a nice, really nice full body kind of opening, and also uses the abs and a lot of control through that movement. So we're going to take the arms, we're going to breathe in, we're going to reach up, we're going to exhale, we're going to tuck the chin, and we're going to roll up, coming up and over those legs. Create that nice C curve now in the entire spine to reach. Then breathe in, keep those shoulders down. Exhale, shoot the tailbone underneath, and as if you're kind of realigning yourself along the mat, one vertebrae at a time, to lengthen and reach back. First one's always more difficult, but now that the body knows what it's doing, let's try another one. Let's breathe in, let's lift up, exhale. Coming up and over. That's it, relax those shoulders, curl into that spine, breathe in, exhale. That's it, shoot the tailbone down and lengthen through, small of the back. One vertebra at a time, don't be in any hurry to roll yourself back, realign yourself, and extend into that reach. Two more, ready? Breathe in, let's reach up. Exhale, use a slow breath out to come up and over. The entire breath out should bring you up. Breathe in, and then exhale. Now we'll just roll through. Once again, if you know where some tight areas are, roll through them, place them down, lengthen back out, create as much space as you can in those spines to reach. And we have one more. Are those feet flexed? Press into the mat, breathe in, last one. Exhale, up and over. Create that lift of the spine. Breathe in, exhale. Last time to roll you through. Lengthen back down. Keep those legs heavy on the mat. Reach through. And then bring it back. Beautiful. Let's bring you over now onto one side. We're going to start to stretch you out. You have a nice little cool down. So bring back your mat or your pillow or your small towel. Place your head down into it. And we're going to do what we call a spinal opener. So it's also great for the chest through those shoulders. I want you to bring your knees up into kind of a right angle, your heels underneath your knees, and then place both arms on top of each other so that both shoulders are stacked on each other. Hips are stacked. And now watch what's happening to the rib cage here. Rather than just let yourself just drop into your mat, try to activate all that band across from the ribs to the hips. And if you activate it, there should be like a little space in between to keep your spine nice and neutral. So head is in line with the shoulders. We're going to take the arm, top arm is up with a breath in. And when we exhale, keep that shoulder down and just look back there, hips still stacked, but you've got that beautiful chest opener as you reach back and open and look towards those fingers. Breathe in, give me a little bit more reach. And then exhale, take the entire breath out to come back to place it upon the other. Breathe in, let's open it up again. Exhale, should feel that beautiful release and that opening right across the chest, and hold there. You're looking over towards those fingers, just turning your head gently, and take a breath in, rib cage opens, and then exhale. Let's bring it all the way back and hold there. Let's do it one more time. Breathe in and exhale, keeping those rib cages off the mat. So engage those abdominals, those obliques. Breathe in as we open up that chest. We should be able to reach another inch. And then exhale to bring it back and place it upon the other. Now I'm going to stay on this side, but I want you to turn over onto the other side just so that you're able to see me. So I will be on the same side, but you'll be on your opposite side now. So as you roll over, you're going to get into that kind of, I call it kind of an H position, where my heels, my knees, and my hips are in kind of a right angle, and I'm lined up, and I'm also paying attention to where my rib cage is in. I want to activate all across that band so that I'm not just falling into my mat. I'm keeping it nice and active. Shoulders down, head is in line with the shoulders. Let's try this side now. So that top arm, breathe in, lift up. Exhale, just turning to look back. Once again, keep that shoulder down, create that distance between the ears and the shoulders, looking over there. Breathe in. Should feel that rib cage open and that arm can reach. And then exhale, that long arm reaches back and places upon the other. Breathe in again, opening up. And then that exhale is that final release to open it. Breathe in, gives me another inch to that reach. And then I take the time to exhale to bring it all the way back and place it upon the other. We have one more. Let's breathe in. Let's exhale that openness to that breath. Breathe in. And then exhale. Let's take that final breath out to reach it there and release. Great job. Let's come on up and let's get a couple of other stretches before we go today. So once again, sitting up nice and tall on your mat, cross-legged or legs out front, whatever you feel comfortable in. Let's take those arms. Let's open into the chest. Let's take a big deep breath in. And then exhale, cave out the chest, round out those shoulders, and just look to the floor, stretch out the back of the neck. We're going to take a big breath in as we sit up, opening up, and then exhale there. And we'll do one more. Let's breathe in, nice and wide across the chest, open it up, shoulders down. Exhale, press through, opening up those upper backs, cave out the chest, and then release it. One hand down, shoot one arm up, and lift yourself up and over to get that beautiful stretch down the ribs, down into those obliques, and up and over into that reach. Let's breathe in, let's lift up, and then just bring that arm down. Placing that hand down, reaches up into the other arm, and then you exhale up and over. Create that nice arc with that nice strong arm that reaches to that side wall. Let's breathe in back and then exhale down. Release the shoulders. Give yourself a nice little shoulder roll up towards the ear. Make them big. Roll away any tension. And then forward, going the opposite direction. Just big circles to unwind yourself. And give me a little shrug. Breathe in. And then exhale them down. And your little shake for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I look forward to seeing you again. Take care and have a great day.